folks. Welcome to a Timeline phone interview. It's a short one. We're getting ready for the RMC Luncheon, and we have Jeff Church on, and Jeff Church is going to be talking about WC1 here in Washoe County in Nevada, Reno, Nevada, that is. And Jeff will also be on for a Timeline. So Jeff, you've got great credentials, but let's just talk about the issue that you're going to talk about at the luncheon on the 17th of January.
Sure. We're going to talk about WC1. WC1 is the massive sales tax increase that did pass in the last November election. It's for Washoe County only, and it raises the sales tax by over half a penny to 8.26%, making it the highest in the state and among the highest in the nation, approximately sixth highest in the nation. It's going to cost the taxpayer of Washoe County about $87 million a year, and it was a bait and switch. Some people think it's not, but it's forever. It never ends, and there's basically no way to shut it down. So that's what WC1 is. Now, why are we talking about it since the election's over and we're stuck with it? Well, there's a number of legal issues that we're still going to be addressing. It was a flawed measure. We don't believe it's going to pass legal muster, and so we're going to be addressing it and speaking on that at the RMC on that subject.
Well, that's interesting. So you don't think it'll pass legal muster. Why is that? That's the first time I've heard this.
Well, the first thing is that the Registrar of Voters admitted that she didn't follow the law. Nevada Revised Statute 295-121, if anybody wants to look it up. And I was on the two-person committee that was drafting the opposition argument, and the registrar unilaterally took our rebuttal argument off of the ballot. So it never appeared in the sample ballot people were sent. And she appointed two committees, one with 4 on the pro side and one with 2 on the con side, when by law you're supposed to have 2 committees of 3. And you can see the reasoning. 3 is fair, 3 allows, if there's any dissent, a majority rule, and none of that happened. And then there's some basic constitutional questions, some really basic tax issues with WC1 that go way beyond that. So those are all issues that are going to need to be addressed. And it's a bad tax. It's not fair. It's a way for the builders to avoid builder fees, and it passes it on to the back of the taxpayer, the sales tax. But on the other hand, too, I just bought a new car, new pickup truck, and I bought mine in Carson City because you can save so much. Again, this is a Washoe County tax. So if you can save $700, $500, even $1,000 in sales tax by going to Fernley or by going to Carson or Minden, well, I think people are going to do that. So it's really going to hurt Washoe more than it's going to help.
Jeff, I have to laugh at that because I just came off of Christmas vacation, and we make sure that we fill up at Costco's going and coming down in Carson City. It's actually 20 some odd cents cheaper a gallon by doing that.
Yep. Yes, it's 30 cents cheaper a gallon in Fernley. I just filled up the other day. So, yep, tax, and it's a Washoe tax. And I took a long trip and I rented a car, but I paid 50% tax for the car. In other words, a $100 rental car cost me $50 in tax, and it's mostly Washoe County tax, airport tax, that kind of a thing. It's just tax.
Yeah, actually the taxes generally are more than what the cost of renting the car is here in Washoe and Reno.
In some cases, that's true. Yep, you get a good deal, and your taxes are still set and going to be higher. It's incredible.
You got to use Hotwire. Yeah, it's true. It's one thing I noticed about Nevada. Now I'm sort of adopted Nevada. One thing I do like is there's no income tax, and both you and I are retired from the military. We've got some military retirements. You have public, you have the police retirement. So it is nice to have that. And we get a lot of people moving here from especially California and other places who've been in public safety. And that's one of the benefits. We don't have an income tax, which makes it really nice for retirees. But I'll tell you what, if you're running a business here, there are quite a few taxes that you don't expect that you have to comply with.
Especially in the city. Washoe County is better, but, Minden, Fernley, Douglas County, all those other places are even better.
Right.
But Reno is the highest taxed city in the state. They're taxed at the maximum rate, and then they've tried to add more fees and taxes, such as the downtown police district. So, yeah, it's tax, and it never ends. And WC1 is another example. And for those people that attended any debates or heard me speak or heard the other side speak, you heard the other side say that this money would not be used for salaries, only for building and repairs. Well, guess what? We attended the last meeting. The outgoing Board of Trustees approved about $1.8 million, I believe it is, in salaries on a WC1. I stand corrected, $2.8 billion, and then additional $50,000 for cars to chauffeur them there. And that's out of the promised WC1 money that was supposed to be used for building. We predicted it. If you attended any debates, you heard the other side deny it, and they just did it.
Hey, Jeff, one last question before we finish up today, and I'm going to have you back down on a timeline soon, and that'll be a longer interview. But how did you get involved with fighting this tax? What's your little bit of background? How did you get involved?
I run a website, renopublicsafety.org, and we've been fighting the tax battle where they promised us more police and fire, and they put the money in the general fund. So that's how I got involved, dealing with this fire divorce issue between the county and the city, and just trying to be a good citizen and giving back. And I just happened to attend a meeting of the school committee that was looking at the tax, potential tax. And, I heard them say that it was $781 million over 9 years. And when they did the bait and switch and made it forever, that's when I got involved. And so I had no intention of getting involved, but when they did the bait and switch, and it's not 7.81 or 781 million, it's forever. It's billions. It's going to be $1 billion every 10 years. And of course, it'll be more than that with inflation. And so that was what put me over the edge. I just don't like being lied to.
Very good. Well, thank you, Jeff, for coming on today. We look forward to seeing you on the 17th at the Atlantis. That's Atlantis Casino.
Awesome.
And it should be a very interesting discussion. You're going to be on with Ira Hansen, and our congressman is going to be there also.
Awesome. We'll look forward to it.
Thanks. Thanks again, Jeff.
Bye-bye.